If you are someone who is highly critical of yourself, harsh, judgmental, and just like the the criticism almost seems like it just never stops. First and foremost, I want you to know that you are not alone. Growing up in Western culture, it can be tough. It can be tough. There's a lot of really harsh, judgy tones, overtones out there that are being absorbed from really early ages. And a lot of dogmatic religion that's incorporated into Western culture can also be really big on self condemnation and putting the self down. So, again, just know that you are not alone. I personally have been recovering from self criticism and self judgment, self condemnation for over a decade now. And it's because I got to a point where I just realized that I could not go on in life being so harsh and critical of myself. That's what began my self healing journey. And it's been an ongoing thing, it's been a day by day process. I mean, how far I've come in my relationship with myself compared to 10, 12 years ago. It's like volume, that's like an entire encyclopedia. And it's still going, it's still a work in progress. I still catch the societal conditioning as it rises up. Even first thing this morning when I woke up, there was societal conditioning that popped in, which started to cause a bit of stress in my system, in my bodily system. However, I'm very aware. I have a lot of self-awareness, and so I was able to see the programming and begin to shut it down instead of letting it get carried away with itself, which is good. The sooner that I can catch the programming, the societal programming, the conditioning, the sooner that I can catch it and shut it down, the better, because I don't want to be caught in a never-ending spiral or even a spiral that goes on for 20 minutes. I caught it in the first minute and was able to like shut it down. And so again, it's an ongoing process. It's something that I work on every day. The core of what I work on with people and the core of my message is coming back to self, learning how to love oneself, accept oneself for the true, authentic self that they are, learning how to be best friends with oneself, how to build oneself up as opposed to tearing oneself down. And again, it's not your fault. It's not my fault that we learned how to tear ourselves down. Again, in Western culture, there is so much self-condemnation and judgment and criticism that is just incorporated into language and media, and again, like religion and culture. So it's not our fault that that's what we were exposed to. And it is our opportunity to say, enough is enough. I'm ready to choose differently. I'm ready to start over with me. What kind of relationship do I want to have with me? That's a really important question. And it's going to be different for each one of us. I have found for me that I want to have a compassionate, supportive, nurturing relationship, just like I would expect from a romantic partner or a friend or a family member. Compassionate, supportive, nurturing, encouraging, and yeah, able to point out areas where I get in my own way. That's important too. And that's just what I've found for me. That's the answer that I found for me. And so I just feel that's a really empowering question for any one of us. What kind of relationship do I want to have with me? And then what am I doing about it each and every day? What am I doing about it each and every day? And it takes time, it takes practice, it takes commitment, just like any other relationship. It takes commitment, like any romantic relationship that would be rehabbed after like a really intense time. It would take time to rehab that relationship. And so I also find it takes time to rehab the relationship with self. So just know that you are not alone. Just know that a lot of us are, I mean, so many of us are doing this work, and it is an ongoing process. So if you're on the path, if you're on the journey to rehabbing, restoring the relationship with yourself, I just want to send so much support, encouragement, and again, a reminder that you are not alone. On this channel, I make all kinds of content that is about restoring the relationship with self and coming back home to that loving, supportive, nurturing relationship, self-talk internally, because what's going on internally impacts everything that we're doing externally. That's huge. Everything that is going on internally impacts everything that we're doing externally. That's why I find relationship with self to be so incredibly important. So I hope you found some value in this message. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you on a future video. Bye for now.